one of you for clicking on this live stream. I'm going to try to answer some questions. Other people have commented on other videos asking questions, and sometimes I just can't get to them all. So if you had some questions, please feel free to ask them here, and I'll do my best to try to answer them. Now, I'm going to try to get this focused a little bit better. It isn't focusing too well on the front-facing camera, so sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and actually switch to the rear-facing camera real quick. Right, that seems to be a little bit better. Sort of. The gimbal's kind of doing what it wants to right now for some reason. Sorry about that. What's going on, man? Glad to see you here. Give me just a moment. Still setting all of this stuff up. All right. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to try to clean the lens. It looks a little fuzzy. Well, it still looks a little fuzzy. I don't know, maybe that's just how it's supposed to look on this live stream, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, same here. Yeah, definitely. Cannot wait to see exactly how this all turns out. I know it's going to be good. I have Michael and Eric both kind of working with me on this. Eric's already done some tuning stuff in the past, obviously on the Supercharger setup, but I have to go through and get all that redone for the turbo setup. So, going to be running Jack Spania's log manifold. It's a really nice setup. And we have another video coming out soon on the slider and riser, which is a must for the EM2 and RSX and EP3s and stuff like that. These are a must for the lowered setups. Sorry about all the screaming in the background. Neighborhood kids always tend to scream when I start doing videos. I don't know why, but they always do it, and they're quiet all day up until it's time for me to record. But it is what it is. So yeah, I just want to show you guys some of this stuff. If you guys have questions about it, I can try to answer them. I don't have all the answers, but I do my best to answer what I can. But let me try to get the comments up here real quick. Gotta find out how to do all that. There they are. All right, let me get this on the tripod. This gimbal is on a different mode. It's trying to track faces, but there's no faces to track. So I'm just gonna set it down while I record and read these. Yeah, Michael, he's got you to 10.3, working on 9s with stock block and trays. That's awesome. Okay, built internals with stock sleeves. Got it, got it. What's going on, Joe? That's Informant Joe, for the people who don't know. He's actually the one who made the Legend of Zelda crest down here. It's pretty nice little stuff that he does, and he's made all kinds of stuff, including blow-off inserts. Let me go grab some of those real quick. I have some over here. Got some of these cool blow-off valve inserts. So he's actually just recently redid some of the design for them. The design mostly is the same, like this one, but it's with a stronger resin. But yeah, these are for the HKS style blow-off valve. They just slide right in, and he resin core prints these, and they're really awesome. I had actually broke this one and JB welded it or super glued it back together, but they sound really cool. If you haven't heard my videos of the Eagle Screech blow-off valve, that's what these two right here are. These are the ones that make a nice whistle noise. This one right here just makes a loud puff of air sound. I'm not as big of a fan of this one, but they do have different options. He has different options, I should say. But yeah, definitely want to hit him up. He's over on Instagram. I'll try to leave his information in the comment section, or maybe he can leave it in the comments on the chat. But yeah, definitely some really cool stuff he makes. So if the audio is working good, please let me know. I am using the wireless mic setup, and I want to make sure it's good for you guys. All right. Need a 38 or 44 millimeter wastegate. Packing the order now. Okay, Kevin Thomas is Jack Spania, so huge shout out to Kevin, Jack Spania Racing, for providing these awesome parts for this build. God bless you, man. So on that, I always go with the 38 millimeter, but I'm not sure what you would recommend for this setup. I have never done a quality build, I should say. I've always cheaped out really cheap. So whatever you think is best. With the GT35 turbo, I'm not trying to push a ton of boost, so I would think the 38 millimeter should be fine. But it's up to you which one you think would be better for this setup. If you didn't see, down here we got the Jack Spania Racing sticker put on, and it's starting to come together slowly but surely. It's a 48 millimeter flange on the Sidewinder, so a 38 millimeter will fit. I would, yeah, I mean, it probably would. Let's just go with the 44. I mean, that's what I would think. And also my brother Streetworks checking in. Congrats, bro. Him and his fiance finally tied the knot. They got married, and I wish I could have been there for that. And I know God's going to bless you guys in your marriage. So just so happy for you, brother. Can't wait to see you guys come back down. Yeah, I agree. Better to have more than not enough. That makes perfect sense. Let me try taking this off real quick here. All right. So I'm still working on trying to get seats for this thing, because it's just like the main part on the interior that looks so terrible to me is those seats. What's going on? Thanks for giving that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And thanks for checking in. I know my channel has been really dry with the views and the comments and stuff lately, and I get it. People have lives and stuff to do. So I figured I'd just go for a live and just kind of chat with you guys, try to get that interaction on YouTube and get everything going back up. I hope the audio is crystal clear for you guys. I didn't see anyone saying it was bad. I'm using the wireless mics and the new gimbal setup, but I didn't set the gimbal to do first person view, so it's trying to track faces. So like I'm trying to move this way and it doesn't want to exactly move. It's like trying to track stuff that's not there. Okay, let's see. One more thing. K20 engine. Correct, Kevin. It's a K20A2. It's the stock Type S RSX, the 02 to 04 engine and trans on this particular setup. And I'm still running Jack Spania's solid mounts. They do fantastic. They're very solid. So if you're looking for something that's solid, I would definitely hit them up. They have really good mounts. And we've obviously got all kinds of stuff. I actually have to change this piece out. I was thinking about just sending it off to get powder coated, sandblasted and powder coated, and then laser etching something else on there. But we'll see what happens with this. This is actually from Jack Spania. I just laser etched it with the laser etching machine. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely get some sleep, and I hope it's a peaceful, restful sleep for you. But yeah, once the video's recorded and uploaded, then you can feel free to watch it then too. No obligation to watch while live. It's just nice being able to interact with you guys. No, I can't supercharge it. If you didn't see my previous video, the supercharger is gone. I sold that. I needed a little extra funds to help get things moving along in other areas, as well as getting new recording equipment and stuff like that. So it's not getting supercharged and turbo, and I wouldn't want to do that anyways, just for the fact of how much heat that supercharger pushes out. It's incredible. It's 200 and something degrees under full boost, and that's intake temps. That's not good. Add some heat from a turbo, and that just definitely wouldn't be good. It's cool looking, and it's cool in theory, having a supercharger and a turbo doing the twin charge method, but it's not practical. And I daily this thing. Well, I try to. Right now I can't daily it because the intake manifold's missing. So I've been just driving the wife's MDX wherever I need to go. Trying to figure this gimbal out, guys. Sorry, bear with me. Right? 12 people in here and only 2 likes. Okay, so it's at 8 likes now. It's probably still at 2 likes from whenever you first got on. But if you refresh it, it's at 8 now. So if you guys could just hit that like button, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. So when I tell you guys, please hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff, that's to get the algorithm to move. I know Sinformant, aka Joe, he actually knows this stuff, but I'm trying to explain it to the people who don't know. When I tell you to do that, I'm not telling you that you have to do that. It just would help the algorithm, which helps bump this up in the feed so more people can find it. Because I hear a lot of people saying, wow, your channel should have more views or more subscribers. Your content's really good, or all this other stuff. And I'm sitting here like, but the views and subscriber count doesn't reflect what you're saying. So if you guys could just hit the like button and drop comments, it does help a lot more than you know. And this is my full-time job, not just this channel, but my other channel. And I try to do some side stuff here and there when I can, if I can. Plus, I'm raising my children in the Lord, so I want them to know the righteous steps to take. And that takes a lot of time. I mean, I can't slip for even a day. It requires constant attention and time. And I just need as much help from you guys hitting that like button, sharing the videos. It helps pay our bills. I don't have an excess of money left over afterwards. That's why the content kind of goes dry for a little while, and then you'll see it pick back up. That's when my checks pick back up, is whenever you see the content pick back up. Or I sell a car, which that money goes to providing to buy another car with more content. If it wasn't for Kevin and Max Peating Rods, Jack Spania Racing, doing what they do, I probably wouldn't be able to provide you guys a whole lot of content. So I just need you guys to really seriously go check out his shop. It's shop.jackspania.com, and use code Texas Honda Channel, all caps, Texas Honda Channel. Get yourself a discount and pick something up that you need. He really has helped a lot, and he's continuing to help with this turbo build. So I just would greatly appreciate if you guys did that. Well, now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to try to read some of your comments here. What's going on from Italy? All right, I'm going to go up here. Can you do a rear electric motor for 0 to 100 and gear the front engine for top speed? I probably could, but I wouldn't want to. No thanks on that. Shift Life Garage, hey brother, hope everything is well. All is well, for sure. Hello, fellow Honda enthusiast. What's going on, Daniel? Anyone else own a DA9? I'm sure there's quite a few in here that actually do own a DA9. I don't know if they're on the live stream yet, but if they are, I'm sure they will say something, Daniel. Got an 04 Civic VP with 220,000 miles. Wow. That's awesome. Some pretty good miles there. North Carolina checking in. Welcome. Even though you've already commented, welcome to the channel. But yeah, the car is just sitting for the time being because I'm still waiting on Michael. I'm not trying to rush Michael or anything like that. He has to get some things for the center feed manifold. So I already sent him the center feed, and obviously I sold the supercharger. So it's just been sitting here wanting to run with nothing on it. I have a stock manifold I could throw on, but I really don't want to throw it on and then have to pull it back off. To me, that just, it's extra work I don't want to do. Now, it wouldn't be a big deal if you didn't have these bolts way down at the bottom that were kind of harder to get to. And for the people that didn't know, I redid the wiring. The electrical tape you see right here is just to hold this little rubber cap on, but this is all new wire there. And I'm going to pressure wash that before the manifold goes on because it's pretty dirty down in there. But all this eventually will be coming out at some point, the whole engine and everything, to get a fresh overhaul. I'll probably have Eric at AGN Tuning do all that. He's really good with the K-Series, and I just don't want to mess with it, to be honest. I'll probably be there recording what he's doing and stuff like that, but for the time being, I just want to get it going again. We have all kinds of stuff coming. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. For the people who didn't already see, we've got Jack Spania Racing's long tube, whatever you want to call this, turbo manifold. This is actually one of my favorite styles of turbo manifolds. And it's a very nice quality. You can see inside's already been smoothed out. I didn't do that. This is exactly how I received it. It's definitely quality manifold. The welds look strong. The pipe is actually thick pipe. It's not thin-walled stuff, so it should be perfect for this setup. And of course, we got the Max Peating Rods GT3582R Turbo. It's a journal bearing. I'd prefer ball bearing, but hey, huge shout out to Max Peating Rods for sending that. Then we've got Max Peating Rods throttle, which I already had on the Supercharged setup. Yeah, CRV TPS worked fine on there. Got a Honda 4-bar, so I've already got some of the stuff I need. Kevin at Jackspania, he's actually going to be sending me some more stuff. We got a downpipe for that I think is coming, wastegate, blow-off valve, the bypass pulley that goes right up here for the power steering, because if you don't remember, I deleted the power steering and did the loop whenever I did the Supercharger. But I have a ton of videos if you guys haven't seen my newer content, because YouTube hasn't been notifying people. Definitely feel free to go check it out. I'm going to try to read some more of the comments real quick. Let's see what we got here. Oh, gimbal is not cooperating right now. Okay, when are you going to open up your shop? I can't open up a shop again. I don't know if you've dealt with people in the general public lately, but they're not very easy to deal with, and I'm just probably not opening up another shop. I'll just do my DIY stuff, go to meets, go to drag strip, stuff like that, but I'm not going to open up a full-time shop. I may take on side jobs here and there in the future, but also to open up a full shop, I'd have to give my address out, because my shop will be at my house. It's just how it's going to have to work. There's a lot more to it, and I don't feel like explaining all of that to you guys, because it's really none of your guys' business on some of those things. But long story short, I'm not giving my address out to random people I don't know. And I know you'd feel the same way if you had 4 children that you have to protect. There's a lot of psychos out there. A lot of people have bad intentions, and I don't want to have to blow someone's head off. I really don't want to have to use my gun. So there's that. So like, there's a whole lot of reasons I'm not doing that, and I'm not opening up one in Killeen or anything like that where all my tools and everything could get stolen and broken into. If I'm at the house where my shop is, it's a different story, because I'll be there. I'll be able to keep an eye on things. But if my shop's far away from me, I don't really do that. Again, long story, don't plan on getting into it all, so that's why. But we'll go over that some other time, but that's, yeah, too many people, too many problems. Dustin Williams, you have any J-Series parts? I did. I actually gave them away, so currently no. Philly said, Hondas and Toyotas are good for miles over 200K. Exactly, that's true. Yes, I have heard of that, Alex Rivera. I can't even say that. The Spidino EC, I don't even know how to say that, so I butchered it probably. $140, brand new, and they run the same software as Megasport. I have heard that. But I don't really want to try to mess with that right now. I have a lot of other things that I'm trying to do, but eventually I would like to experiment with other things. And what's the goals for the next year? Get closer to God, bring more people to the light, and get them out of the dark places that they're in. Make cars quick, help people, and enjoy the life that God gave us, because every day is a gift. And we don't need to squander it. We need to actually embrace it and love it for what it really is. That's my goal. So when anyone asks, my goal is to bring more people to the Lord, because that's exactly what I'm called to do. I'm not called to just work on my own things for the rest of eternity. No, I have to help as many people as I can. And doing that, I use my YouTube to do it. For anybody who hasn't seen, there's the Legend of Zelda crest that Joe made back here. It has a gold leaf on it. I 2K cleared over it so that it doesn't flake off. I think it looks really good. You did a really good job on that, Joe. I'm really impressed with it. But sorry guys, this gimbal is just on the wrong mode. I should have checked the mode before starting this, but it tries doing this auto detect thing, so it kind of sucks. Let me see if I can fix that really quick. Actually, I'm not even gonna mess with it. I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. I know things have been sort of dry in the content area. I've been posting over on More Motorsports Garage, doing, you know, reviews and stuff, and I'm just doing the best I can with what I have, guys, so bear with me, please. We also have the PCI slider for the RSX. I will link this in the video where I install it. And then, of course, DC5 Creations riser. So this right here is actually going to fix the steering angle. So you see that tie rod, how it kind of goes up at an angle? That piece will go back there, It'll go up higher, so it'll make the steering rod straight, so it won't have as big of an issue. Because when I was starting to get into boost with the Supercharger, which is almost instantaneous, when I'd step on it, the car would go all over the road. These are things you didn't see on camera because you just saw the speedometer or whatever, but this thing would fight me left and right like crazy. A lot of people are like, oh, it's because it's non-LSD. It's not because of all of that. It's because of the steering angle and the geometry involved with the steering racks on the EM2, the RSX, and the EP3. These are very terrible designs, but we can fix that with these parts over here. That's why I got them. And then we can get an alignment and it'll be good to go. So this car actually stayed pretty straight on the road as long as power wasn't involved. As soon as the power was involved, it just kind of went left, right, left, right, left, right. But while accelerating, it was kind of scary. It's one of those life flash before your eyes moments. But this will fix that, and then we can get a proper alignment. But basically, the factory slider is rubber, and this one is aluminum. So this will go in there, and it'll not have any play. Right now, it has a lot of play. So like if I was to move the steering wheel, you would hear it moving, but you wouldn't see it moving. That's how much play there is in there. So it'll be right back here. This piece comes out, and then the inner tie rods go into it, and then there's a piece under there. So we're going to have to do that before the turbo goes on because it's a plastic piece in there, or rubber, and the turbo is going to put out a ton of heat. This thing's going to put out a ton of heat right back through there. So that rubber is only going to get worse. It's going to heat up. So we have to run it with this aluminum one, and then this basically just relocates it up higher. If I was running stock suspension, I wouldn't need that aluminum riser back there because these would already be straight. But since it has aftermarket suspension, it puts an angle on it. Long story short, I'll go through all of that in a video that comes out. Alex Rivera said, hey James, I bought an order of DNA coil over sleeves. My shocks are still good. I was wondering how long they typically last. It depends on how they're driven and how many miles are on them. Was it just sitting for a long time? And those are mostly highway. There's a lot of factors. But as long as they're not leaking and they don't make clunking noises, like your struts should be perfectly fine. But if you have the money, I would get some better struts to put them on. But if not, just send it. Should be good to go. As long as it's good. I don't want you to get in a wreck or anything with them not being good. But if they're good, I don't see a problem with just reusing factory. I've done it more times. I've done more sketchy things than you guys could possibly ever approve of or know of. I've done a lot. Of course, I don't record it all and put it all on videos because if I did, well, that would be it for me. Everyone would be eating me alive. But I've done a lot of growing up and a lot of things I've changed over the years, trying to do more of the right way to do it. But I have done the ways that work. And the ways that work, to me, as long as it works, who cares? I've done really sketchy stuff, guys. I'm telling you. If duct tape and zip ties are involved, I've done it. It's crazy. Oh, all right. Get you back on the tripod. Let me go over here real quick and put these back. I really like having the wireless mic because I can actually do other things instead of be just behind the camera the entire time. I can actually talk to you guys if you still hear me, hopefully. But, oh, sorry, gotta read this. Philly said, we all do sketchy stuff sometimes. Alex said, I removed the springs with zip ties. We're in the same boat. Okay, gotcha. Yep. I've done some stuff. Hose clamps, like worm clamps. Yeah. We're not going to go into how you do all that. But yeah, basically I've done some really crazy stuff. You can lower cars with zip ties and worm clamps, and it's just not a good idea. Hey, you live and you learn. That's all I know is you learn. You don't want to do those things. I mean, life is too precious to just take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been called. There's so many times I should have been dead, but I've been spared. God had a purpose for me, and it's to reach as many of you and help as many of you as I can. So I'm trying to do my best to do that. Please God. And if it pleases man at the same time, it's cool. But if not, I'd rather please God than man, if that makes sense. But yeah, just waiting for this these parts to get in. We'll get this thing going, take it for a spin again. I'll try to get you guys video of just going on a drive or something, you know, kind of talk while I'm driving or something. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. For the 16 people that are on here, if you guys could just hit that like button. It helps the algorithm a lot. It helps me get my videos out there more so more people can find them. And recently we finally got some rain here, which is awesome because that's kind of been one thing that we've been struggling with is the rain or lack of the rain. The grass that was dead over here is starting to come back to life, which is awesome. And then we've got, oh, this other side, if the camera wants to actually track, there we go. Starting to get green. Everyone thought I wasn't watering grass and saying I need to take care of the lawn. I'm like, guys, we've been in a drought here where we're at here in Central Texas, at least where I'm at. We've been in a pretty bad drought. Yeah, Joe knows what I'm talking about. Crunchy lawn. Yep. When he was stepping on it, and this is like hay. It was just literally like you're walking on hay. Now it's actually soft and it's forgiving. It's pretty nice. But yeah, this whole setup that I've got going, it's working. Like doing the YouTube and taking care of the family and stuff like that, and trying to help as many people in the process. It's all working out pretty well. There's obviously challenges I have, like what I can do, what I can't do, the city onto me. I can't paint anymore, which sucks. Like that's kind of one of my big things is I used to paint a lot. So kind of really sucks that I can't do that stuff anymore. Whoa, GoPro, or not the GoPro. I don't have the GoPro. The gimbal just acted weird, but all right. Try to get this thing to function correctly here. Okay, now you have to mow your grass. I enjoy my dirt lawn as neighbors tried to keep their lawns with 20,000 guys. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm going to let my grass grow out more. The reason for that is because being in a drought, the higher the grass is, the more water it retains and it can't evaporate as easy. So I'm actually going to let it get a little bit taller just in case we don't get any more rain. So at the last possible minute, I'll cut it. Maybe right before the city starts complaining, which doesn't take off. It doesn't take very long here. And Raul de la Torre, I can't even say your name right. Sorry about that. Can you put a link to the parts you purchased? In my videos of doing reviews on the parts and stuff like that, I have links in the description if you want to check them out. I also have discount codes if I can save you guys money. I love to do that. So a lot of people are like shaming me for having sponsors, but technically Max Peating Rods and Jack Spania Racing is the only two sponsors I have. The rest of the people that like give me this pressure washer to do a review, that's a review. It's not just they're giving me a pressure washer and paying me to say, hey, buy this or anything like that. They just sent it and said, hey, do a review. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. But with Jack Spania Racing, obviously if the parts are bad, I'm going to let you know because he wants honest feedback too. But I haven't had any bad parts yet. Same with Max Peating Rods. I haven't had any issues yet. So like, it's really good. But yeah, I try to get you guys discount codes. That's the biggest part of these sponsors that I think is the coolest part is like, I can actually pass savings on to all of y'all. So that way it's not just on me. Oh, I get the savings and you get nothing. Boo to you. No, I'm trying to help you guys too. Like, I hope more of you guys see that I'm trying to help you. Just as much as I am trying to help myself, but I'm trying to help you. Yeah, we just got rain last week here for like the first time in over a month. And of course we've got clouds like all the time, always. You see the clouds just all over the place. And there will be ones that are really dark that are like right overhead and they still don't want to drop any rain. So I'm just sitting here like the point I look at it as like, if God wanted us to have this rain in our yard, he'd give it to us. But I think of it also like maybe there's a farmer praying for rain or praying that the rain stops. So there's a lot of reasons I think that there is rain in places and not in others. Like, what if that farmer needs the rain? And I'm sitting here saying, I need the rain. Do you think God's going to give me importance over the farmer that's feeding hundreds of thousands? No. So it's kind of a selfish thing. Like, we need the rain. Yes, we do. We do need the rain. But if we're only wanting it for, you know, green grass, we're definitely doing it wrong. That's how I just look at it. I don't know. I try to put God first in my mind in everything I do, whether it's helping you guys, doing content for you guys, or in my own personal life, helping my children. I try to put God first so that then the rest will follow. So say, seek first ye the kingdom of God, and the rest of these things will be added unto you. So that's what I try to do. Oh, dang, I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. Totally understand. Yeah, definitely wanting lawns to grow is a big deal right now. And something that makes me even more upset about is our corrupt, wicked rulers. I don't know what you want to call them. So over here, there's a little water thing over there, and they pump fluid out, water, all day long, but you can't take it. If you take it, it's theft. They're just pumping it out, and they're charging us for it, but we can't use our water. And then whenever we were going through a drought, they said, hey, you know, you guys need to stop using a bunch of water. While they're pumping out gallons upon gallons of water every day over there, and they're telling us we're the problem. That's the problem I have. Welcome to America, where freedom is an illusion. That's all I'm going to say with that one. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to try to read some more of your comments. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. But I pray the Lord starts making more rainfall so that your business picks back up and blesses you abundantly. Yeah, old guy's garage. Only as free as your bank account. Yeah, eventually they're going to try to force that mark on everyone where you can't buy anything, sell anything, get paid. I'm still not taking it. Just like I didn't take no vaccine. I didn't buy into all that baloney. And I didn't take anything else. And I'm not going to, because I know through the power of God that lives within us, the power of discernment, that things aren't right. And if they're not right, I'm not on board with it. And that's just how I look at it. A lot of people shame me for this and shame me for that. Shame me all you want, because I know the only opinion that truly matters is God's. And the sooner you guys understand that, the better your lives will be as well. But yeah. God's the only way. He will never put anything in your hands that you can't handle. Just have to. Yeah. Trust me, I want to shop. I want to get this shop going. And every time I tried getting the shop going, I hit a dead end. And I finally come to the realization that I'm not ready for a shop to deal with the mainstream people, to deal with the mask mandates and this and that and all these other things. It's like, that's why God hasn't given it to me. He knew I couldn't handle it. And I thank him every day for giving me what I can handle. Some days I don't think I can handle the YouTubers, the comments, the people in the comment section. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've been broke all my life. My family will survive. Amen. That's true. Same here. I grew up dirt poor eating bologna sandwiches. Half the time we go in and get the milk and it was molded. They're rotten. It's chunky. Yeah, my life was pretty bad. Like, I feel like I complain a lot right now, but I shouldn't be, because I should be content with all the things I have. I never had anything close to what I have now as a child. And so I thank God every day. I give him all the glory. Sin for it. But the mark came with a free t-shirt. Oh no. No. That's funny though. Elijah, when's the turbo getting put on? As soon as I have everything to put the turbo on. I would like to drive my car again before it's down. So I'm waiting on the intake manifold so I can at least drive it all motor for the current setup. But I still have an intercooler to get, piping to get, wastegate, blow-off valve, oil feed, oil drain. I got the injectors and fuel rail. The only thing I really need to do is the suspension pieces, intake manifold on, and then get all those other things I don't have yet. Okay, let's see. Shop is a headache, but a garage where you can select projects that come in is the key. Yeah, amen. I agree. That right there. Praise God. CDC is walking back their statements now anyways. Vax and unvaxxed now to be treated the same. There was no reason to take it. Nurses have a lawsuit now and getting 10 mil. Man, see, I'm telling you, I knew it was sketch from the beginning. I didn't even wear a mask. You can't even find a single video with me wearing a mask in it, I promise you. But either way, people will fall for what they'll fall with. And I just say, trust God. Lean not on our own understanding. Lean on his. He will guide us and direct our paths. So that's all I do, and that's what I did during that. And I was just like, this doesn't feel right. It's because it wasn't right. And so I just trusted God, and I don't live in fear. I live by faith, not by sight. So craziness. Okay, trying to read comments. Sorry, guys. Have you ever tried to entertain the thought of having a TikTok to earn more revenue? I have a TikTok. It doesn't get enough views, and I post there, and no one really cares. So it's just like, I'm not gonna. You don't make enough off TikTok. I'm telling you right now, YouTube makes way more than TikTok. I have a buddy who had like 2 point some odd million views on one video, and he made like $100. That's not very much money. My 2.1 million views made me $10,000. So that's the difference between TikTok and YouTube. It's just not worth it to me to spend twice the effort, twice the editing to get twice as little or 5 times, 10 times as little. I don't know the exact math. So East Coast Ken, easiest way to get a car guy to buy a product giveaway, free t-shirt and sticker, or sticker. I actually have merch. I have cups, laser etched cups, and I can't even get people to buy those. Okay, let's see. C is for Chris. How about some DIY ITBs from a Honda motorcycle? Now, I'm not doing that on this setup. Maybe on something else. That'd be really cool, actually. I've seen it done a lot, and it's really cool. But this setup's getting the Skunk 2 Ultra intake manifold with the turbo setup. This one's not going to stay all motor. By all motor, I'm talking naturally aspirated. It just has an intake pipe and exhaust. Nothing like big cams and ITBs or anything like that. Okay. I'm guessing the Acura is a Type S. Yes, it is. This is a genuine Type S. Like, I read the VIN code, made sure before getting it, it's a Type S. And it has the K20A2 stock engine and trans with original miles, and it has 200,000 miles almost on it. And it's running strong. I am super impressed with it. Suspension's holding up. Eric G. How's the suspension holding up? Been holding back on getting them more TN. If you can afford TN, I recommend TN. But these are a really good budget-friendly suspension, and they have the adjustable damper control. I want to get the newer version, which has the black struts with the blue springs. Those are even better than these. Okay, old guy garage. Job I had at the time, the mask I had to do, no jab. No jab jab. Yeah, that's a blessing from God that I don't have to wear a mask because, you know, my job is YouTube and I can do things from home. It was fantastic. I didn't get TikTok alerts. I don't get TikTok alerts. Yeah, I don't even really post TikTok anymore. It's just kind of pointless. Where do I get your merch? I'll buy. Well, I don't have an official site or anything, but I have an Instagram and you can message me and I can try to set it up. I have to get more promotion on the merch stuff because I expect people to just know. I don't know. Something's just not right in my brain. Could be the autism in me, but whatever. I'm going to have to get more videos and pictures and stuff like that to kind of really promote it, but I'm not trying to go like huge mainstream or anything. I just want to try to make some extra money so I can have more content money. I had TikTok and had over 2,000 followers and got banned and deleted my account because of a pew pew video. Yeah, that's the other reason. I have pew pews and I like to go pew pew. So with that being said, I would do good on TikTok. Forgot you had cuts. Need more decals for all the Hondas. I need to get some more decals cut. My wife just got some more vinyl, so maybe that'll be an option in the future if you guys want to get some of those. What coilovers do you have? Max Peating Rods, adjustable damper coilovers. They do fantastic. Like, I don't have issues with them. They're stiff when I need them stiff. They're soft when I need them soft. Just to mess with the adjustment, and then the preload, lower, raise, whatever. And they ride good. They don't ride like stock at all. They ride like a good suspension would on a Honda or Acura in this case. Kind of stiff, but corner really well. It doesn't feel like a bone stock car, unfortunately. That's where you go with TN on that. But I'm used to a little bit rougher of a ride. Okay. Go and check them out. What coilovers do you have? Okay, read that one. What aesthetics do you have planned? Daniel asked. Well, I'm eventually going to get the rest of this white primer sanded, go with the gloss white and pearl gold over it. I got the Legend of Zelda cut with the hood lights. This actually is backlit. So I just want to get it, the rest of it, gloss white with the pearl gold, because the white primer right now is just what it's at. And obviously I want to get some nicer wheels. These are just the stock Type S painted gold. And I want to get something like that. And then that's pretty much it for the looks. As far as the looks go, it's just going to look clean, you know, just gloss white with pearl gold clear. And you'll check my Instagram. Thanks, Lyle. Appreciate that. Elijah, I have a 2003 RSX base and I want to build it, but I just need more money. Oh, trust me, I know that feeling. If it wasn't for the sponsors I have, I wouldn't have near as much as I do, because I make enough off my 2 YouTube channels to pay the bills. That's it. Anything extra comes from donations, from subscribers like you guys, the super thanks, or, you know, if I get a random odd job that's, you know, not like a permanent thing, just like, hey, detail my car, I can get a little money that way or whatever. But it's not like a full thing with that. So I understand your struggle. 4 children is not cheap or easy to do. And I don't expect people to donate. You guys don't have to do that. It helps, but it's not expected. Never been big on buying YouTube merch, mostly because the t-shirts are cotton and I'm cheap and buy the Russell moisture wicking shirts living in the South. Well, I live in the South too, and I use just whatever. But I don't have an expensive taste on things like that. I've just grown up poor my whole life, so that's why I just get what I get. So understandable. Almighty Flacco said, you need the promo, bro. I agree. Oh, Guy Garage, that'll be sweet. Lyle, good to hear. I was not sold on Max Peating rods. Yeah, see, for the longest time, I've been using Max Peating rod products, even before their sponsorship deal, where they said they would help provide parts for me. In exchange, I just promote their brand. And that's totally cool, because I was going to do that pretty much anyway. But they're helping with the financial side now. Like they said, they'd give me some money and promote the products, which is really what I was looking for in a sponsor. Not just give me the free parts, which I am totally thankful for, don't get me wrong, but having the extra money, because I have to record the video, I have to do it a certain way, have to promote it this way, it takes a little extra time. Hope that makes sense. Sean said, what's your favorite meal to make for you and your family that the kids love? Well, enchiladas. Like that's a good one. And then my wife makes a really awesome fajitas. We learned from Hispanic families. I grew up in a Hispanic family. Long story, but yeah. So we know like some authentic recipes. It's so good. And most of the time my children want ramen noodles. Yeah, of all things, ramen noodles. Old Guy's Garage. I got regular Max Peating coilovers. I like them. Right is good. Helped with body roll too. Yeah, these ones are the damper control, so they're even better. But those were the ones I started with, was the non-damper control, and I loved those. They were solid. Lyle, I like both. I like your brother's channel too. Thanks. Yeah, he hasn't been posting very much. He's kind of just been going through a rut, but yeah, I mean, he'll probably get back at it when he can. I don't know exactly what his plans are on all that. I really hope he continues, because he has a bright future for that too. I just, you know, things are kind of difficult right now, but yeah, can't speak for him on all of those things. Nope, we're working on 7 kids. Nothing's cheap. Yeah, and they're not going to make it any cheaper, I promise. No matter what the government says, don't believe them. They're not making things cheaper, not doing some tax break. It's all going to cost us in some way, shape, or form. Just be prepared. East Coast Ken, my kids also devour some chicken ramen. Yep, that's what they like. Their favorite one's chicken ramen. Bitcoin BMW, going to Cars and Coffee at Coda. I don't know what that is, and I don't typically go to Cars and Coffee. I don't do Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas. So if it's in those areas, it's a definite no. I like to take my children to these things, and a lot of them get a little too rowdy and a little too obnoxious for me, at least the ones I've been to. So yeah, it's just kind of it's a hassle. I like to enjoy the experience with my children. So when I go to them, expect my children to be there. So that's kind of why it's like a lot of these are a little too ridiculous for children. Always either smoking weed or doing something they shouldn't, and yeah, I just don't want them around that type of toxic environment. But I love Cars and Coffees if it's a good one. What are my thoughts on Whataburger compared to In-N-Out? There isn't a comparison. You shouldn't even put them in the same category because Whataburger is always going to be better than In-N-Out. Personal opinion, of course. This may start a fight in my comment section, but Whataburger is king when it comes to their food. Whataburger is just where it's at. Speaking of which, I had that today. It was delicious. And Lyle said, I've been watching your channel for a long time, inspired me to keep my EK and do a K-swap. That would be awesome. One of these days, guys, I'm going to get an EK and K-swap it, an EF and K-swap it, or at least just have one on the channel of me doing it. Just it's not in the future plans right now. We're working on a bunch of different things we got to try to figure out. I don't want to go over all the plans just in case they fall through. So I'm trying to do my best here, guys, and I appreciate you guys that there's 20 watching, there's 20 likes. I'm going to say that's a win for me. The more likes I get, the more it triggers the algorithm. Also, people don't understand this, but the dislikes don't hurt me. They help me. Dislikes and likes are the same to YouTube. They see it as algorithm activity. I hope that makes sense. So all those people that hate me and hate that I preach the word of God and that Jesus is king and he's coming back and it's probably going to be sooner rather than later, you're not hurting my channel by hitting the dislike button. You're actually helping me. So keep up the good work. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And each and every one of you who have something bad to say, you need to take that up with God because I don't care about your opinion. I will listen to it and I will say, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way, but it will not shape me, okay? This is just to anybody out there, that one person that's watching right now. You need to get right with God. And if you don't believe in him, that's your choice, but you can't say that I didn't tell you about him when the day comes. So I say it out of love, not out of condemnation. I can't condemn you. It's not my job. My job's to love you guys. And that's why I'm here. That's what I'm trying to do. I get a lot of hate for loving, but you know what? That's the world we live in. And it was written that this would happen. Let's see. I live in North Carolina. My mom from San Antonio. I had Whataburger 5 years ago when I visited there, and I'll never eat it again. I thought it was horrible. You see that comment right there, East Coast Ken? Whataburger is not the same everywhere. I promise you. We went and had Whataburger for our first time in Killeen, Texas, and it was the most disgusting thing I had ever eaten as far as a fast food chain. I was like, that is gross. What is everyone hyped up about? And so we just didn't eat it again. When we got to Copper's Cove, we tried it again, and it was the best I've ever had. It was the best food I'd ever had in a burger. I was like, what? So we don't go just anywhere to eat Whataburger. We have to pick the right one. So that makes a huge difference. I hope that makes sense. Hostile AF, what'd I miss? Why is it apart? You might have missed quite a few videos if you don't know why this is apart. Actually, you commented on those videos. Anyways, the intake manifold is still on its way from Michael. We gotta get that on here before I can start it up and do some more driving. And then, of course, we've got turbo parts over here that still need to go in, but we can't put those in or even start to put those in until we get the rest of it. Because I want to try to put it all in. Maybe do a couple videos in like a series, like part 1, part 2, part 3. If you guys like that I could probably do. That way I can make the videos a little bit longer on each thing. So that way it's more in depth, but choice is up to you guys. Actually, it's up to me, but I like to hear what you guys think about it. But let's see. Trying to read some of these. Lyle said, your video on Viterra pistons on a D16, was it for me? Thank you. Well, whoever got something out of it, that's who it was for. I just like to pass the knowledge that I learned on. It says, for my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So that is one of the big things. It's a Bible verse, and there's so much truth in the Bible, whether you believe in God or not. The fact of the Bible is there's so much wisdom and truth in it. It's kind of hard to not see that it was inspired and written by God. Now, it was written by man, but the people that wrote it were inspired by God at the time. So he had the Spirit in them. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. Lyle, keep doing what you do. Love it all. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sean, he's not lying when it comes to Whataburger. Oh, definitely not. I don't like lying. Lying's not for me. That was the old me. I used to lie all the time. All that's changed. I'm a different person now. So like I just don't want to lie, and I want to give you guys the best options out there, the best truths, or the only truths. So that's what I'm trying to do here too. Old Guys Garage, constantly go back and watch your videos. If it's Honda, you've done it. I try to do a lot. There's a lot of things I want to still do for you guys, but my current situation, this being my shop, it's not really working out on the things I can do. I don't have room to store a bunch of vehicles out here or anything like that. So it's just kind of like one of those, I wish I could do more, but I kind of can't right now. But in the future, if God is willing, oh, there's a lot of stuff I want to do for you guys. Quality touch. Appreciate the content, man. I appreciate you too. God bless you. I bought a 94 Del Sol a few months back and recently hit a manhole cover, splitting the header and exhaust apart, destroying them. What's a good header and exhaust to put on a D16 Z6? It really depends what you're going for. 4-to-1s are really good, like a top end header, and 4-to-2-to-1s are good for like the mid range or like lower end mid range. So it really depends. I just get something cheap off of eBay usually and run it until I figure out what I'm going to do. But that's just me. I'm weird. Oh yeah, Hostile AF said, thought you may have finished it. Can't wait till it's running again. Right? All I'm missing is the manifold, and then I can get it started back up. But I can't really rush Michael. He has to wait on shipping and stuff like that. So when he gets the manifold, you guys will know. I like to post some stuff to Instagram before doing videos here. So if you guys want to follow my Instagram, instagram.com/Texas Honda channel, I do as many posts there as I can, kind of giving you some behind the scenes or sneak peeks or something like that. It helps a lot. I don't get paid from Instagram. I don't make money off Instagram at all. I just like to help you guys see kind of some stuff and share inspiring quotes, Bible verses, stuff like that as well through my stories. I know a lot of people don't like that part, but I'm going to do it anyways because I love you guys. Okay, I'm trying to read comments. Sorry, guys. Stalin's pet duck. Hi. Well, hello. I didn't know Stalin had a pet duck. Old Guy's Garage. Will the dye for the carpet work on seats too? Yes, it will. Now, one of the things you need to do with the dye is also to shampoo it out. You have to shampoo it out or it'll stain your clothes. So like after you dye it, you're supposed to shampoo it and then maybe reapply dye again so that you get a deeper color, but you have to shampoo it. That's key to that. Sean said, tell your non-Texan subscribers about Bill Miller's It's Fire. Texas has the best barbecue. And Texas does have the best barbecue, and that's a fact. It's actually been on so many shows. People are like, let's see who has the best barbecue, and Texas always comes out. Always. You can just look up shows, and they food shows all over. My mom used to watch it all the time. My stepmom, before she passed, she'd always watch the food shows, and I'm like, stop, you're making me hungry. You know why my Turbo Civic would overheat while going down the highway, but not at idle? I have a new radiator, thermostat, and water pump. Yes, I do, actually. My buddy Matt actually had this problem, and he ended up getting a new water pump and all that, and it still did it. But it ended up being the water pump fins were different. So he went to an OEM pump, literally like a Honda genuine pump, and the problem went away. So I would start there, honestly. Much respect from San Antonio. Appreciate that, Justin. Much respect to you. God bless you. I'm glad you're here. Ed, the old tech guy, just hit the thumbs up button. I actually seen the thumbs up happen, so I believe you 100%. We are at 27 likes. God bless each and every one of you. I'm so thankful for you guys. You guys are literally the best subscribers ever. So if you're ever thinking, man, I'm never making a difference in this life, know your worth. You really are worth more. You help me in ways that I can't even repay with good quality content. Like I just wish I could give all you guys a ton of money, but I don't have a ton of money to give you guys. Like, if I could help you in some other way, I would totally do it. You guys help me more than you know. So if you're ever sitting there doubting, even if you just came to this channel and you're ever sitting there doubting and thinking, I'm not worth anything, my life is meaningless, this is hard and that is hard, you are worth it. God says you are. If you weren't worth it, he wouldn't have sent his only son to die on the cross for you. If you were the only person left on the planet, he still would have sent his son to die for you because you are worth it. So just know that. You are loved. Even if you don't feel it, just know you are. Pick up the Bible, read the scriptures, get in touch with the Spirit, and you will see that you are worth it. That goes for all of you. That one specific person who got on here thinking they weren't worth it, you're here for a reason. Trust me. Ed, the old tech guy, here's to show support for Honda lovers. Thank you. Honestly, $2 does help. A lot of people may think, well, what is my contribution going to do? It's not going to help. It adds up. If I had, let's put it this way, if I had $1 for every subscriber I have on this channel, I'd have $33,000. If I had $1 from every subscriber on my other channel, I'd have $98,000. So your small contribution does help, even if you think it won't. Just know it does, and it is appreciated. Where are you at in San Antonio, Justin? That's what Sean said. East Coast. East Coast Ken was, what's up, my brother? Oh. Didn't realize that some people in the chats knew each other. That's awesome. Sorry, getting my tripod. My hand's getting kind of tired of holding this gimbal. Oh wow, thank you, Lyle McCombs. That is is greatly appreciated. I'm kind of speechless. $49.99. This is you donated. That is awesome. Thank you. Like seriously. Yep, I got divorced. Whole family left. Was in a bad wreck. Should have died. Now I am a step parent of 3 little boys whose dad flaked on them all the time. That was God's plan for you. Amen. See, you understand, old guy's garage. I know we chat a lot on Instagram and stuff, but you understand exactly what I'm saying. How you felt like something was wrong. You didn't have a good purpose or something, and then God showed you that you did. And that's how everyone is. Like there's a reason you're here. Every one of you. Dang, Joe, you just gave me $20 for some Whataburger? Thank you. My wife's going to be happy about that. Praise God. God is good. And thank you, Joe. East Coast Ken. I followed your channel for a while ago and shared it with Ed because of your beliefs, your religious stance. You align with our beliefs. And that's good. I don't like the word religious. I know it to this world and everyone else. It kind of makes sense when you say religious. So I get what you're saying. And I thank you guys for being here. God bless both of you for checking in. One of the things, religion, Jesus hated religion. They're what really caused him to go to that cross. It was because of the religious fanatics. We're not supposed to be religious. We're supposed to be set apart from religion. We're supposed to love everyone the way God loved us. So that's kind of what I mean by religion. But yes, it is faith. Old guy's garage is right. It is faith. So we have faith in God Almighty, in what he did and his finished work on the cross through Jesus. So I totally agree with you guys. I totally agree with you guys. And I'm not condemning or anything like that. Some people say I'm religious and I don't want to be compared to the Pharisees, if you know what I'm saying. So I love you guys. And I thank you guys for your help, your donations, everybody who's checked in. We're at almost an hour on this live stream. Today, ADHD brain. Sean said, get a double Whataburger with jalapenos. See, that's really good. Today we just had like the number 6, I believe it was, and it was like the avocado burger, bacon burger. Oh, phenomenal. That right there, that bite was a little taste of heaven. It was good. And I was definitely obviously praising God for that. That's so good. But there's a lot of things in this life that are still worth looking forward, looking up about. Now the world may be really sick and twisted and very, very wicked, but the thing is, we don't have to let that be our reality. You know what I'm saying? We can focus on him through the hard times, through the good times. We always give him the glory and him the praise. Like, I wouldn't be here doing this for all of you guys if it wasn't for him, for what he did for us. So if you guys hear me preaching about it and you don't like that, that's totally your choice. But on the day of judgment, which will happen, every man will be accountable for his or her actions. Man as in mankind, not just men. And one day, you want to be able to say, you know, I did everything I could. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I'm doing everything I can for all of you guys listening, and hope that every one of you get inspired, whether it's just to go out and give someone a glass of water, a water bottle, tell them they look good in them shoes or something, just to inspire and help encourage them, show the love. We're called to be doers of the word, not hearers, just doers. So we follow Christ in our daily lives. We renew our mind daily. And that's what I'm trying to do with the channel as well, to give you scripture here on the screen sometimes, and whenever I'm working on things, and give you that inspiration, because I am called to do this. I know I am, because if not, it would have failed long ago. With my views the way they are, I'm hardly making paychecks anymore, and it's kind of concerning, but I'm still trusting that God has a plan, and it's always working out with your donations you guys are doing and stuff like that. It just fully reassured me on that. But he's definitely doing a lot of things. And so if I wasn't called to do this, I wouldn't be doing it. And honestly, there's times I wanted to give up on YouTube, quite often lately, more than ever, just because I'm putting out a lot of money, time, effort, energy, resources, talents, and all these things, and I'm not seeing anything in return other than a few people saying, hey, that video helped me. But here I am being picky that it's not more than a few. So I should be thankful, and I've actually been praying to be more thankful for what I do have, and I am thankful for all of you that I do have. All of you guys that are here, God bless each and every one of you. Even if you renounce his name, I still pray that he blesses you and that you see his mighty, powerful hand in your lives. I pray that anybody who's sick or knows someone who's sick, someone who has some kind of disease, I pray that it goes away in Jesus' name right now for anyone watching, because I know there's someone that God will heal you, give you a miraculous healing. Just trust and believe it and have the faith. It'll happen. But I basically am done with this video. This live stream it's kind of dragging on and getting kind of hot out here. For some reason, this garage is getting hotter. And yeah. But I'm probably going to get off here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start closing. If you guys have anything to say, try to say it quickly and I'll try to answer it. But basically, if you guys need the encouragement, you need prayers, message me on Instagram, instagram.com/Texas Honda channel. I am here to help you in any way I can. Sometimes I may not have all the answers or the answers that you want, but I will do my best to guide you to someone or somewhere that does. That's my best that I can do. I'm trying to do what I can with what I have. This informant said I'd send you a bunch of the burgers I just grilled, but they would be bad by the time they got there. Yeah, that would probably be no good. Unless, of course, they're McDonald's burgers, then they'll last a long time, right? Anyways. Sean, I'm not overly familiar with the area. Only been there once. Lyle, Lion of the tribe of Judah. Amen. We are called to be separate from everyone else. Your adversary, the enemy, Satan, rolls around the world trying to roar like a lion. He ain't got no teeth. He can't hurt us because we are anointed and blessed by Jesus Christ's blood. So with that being said, I pray you got something out of this and it wasn't just a waste of your time. And if you feel that way, I'll keep praying for you anyways. But yeah, there's things coming for sure. I'm going to try to get the rack, slider, and razor installed. So be on the lookout for that video within the next few days. If God is willing, I'll have that in and have the video edited and out for you guys. I'm trying to do my best here, guys, so just bear with me, and thank you to everyone who donated and everyone who's kept encouraging me, because sometimes I need encouragement. I can't just be the source of encouragement. So thank you for helping me as well, because this does help me more than you know. I'm basically going to get off here, and you guys know how it goes. This is the end of every video. I always say it, but I'm going to say it in this one too. God bless, stay safe, and stay awesome.